We bring back JJ and Anthony to play the numbers game. We begin with Julius Randle. The number is 100, as in 100%. JJ, would you play Randle Saturday at less than 100% health?
If Julius Randle says to me, hey, coach, I can give it a go, the answer to that question is yes. It is the postseason, number one. You have extra time to come back. You look at the schedule. They don't play on Sunday. They don't play on Monday. So you would have 2 days of rest time. And the Cleveland Cavaliers have some really impressive bigs. That's what it boils down to, Anthony. I see Jarrett Allen there. I see Evan Mobley there. I want my All-NBA player, if he's able to play and he gives me clearance, hey, I feel like I can help the team, then I'm going to trust my player.
Yeah, I think if he says he's at 80%, I think you can start him in the game and try it and see what happens and go from there. Look, I mean, I'm not even out of the woods on the idea that the Knicks may be sandbagging a little bit here on this, too. You know, like, oh, you know, he hasn't had full contact yet. We don't know whether we're going to play him or not. Because I saw something on the internet where the Cavs are all talking like they feel like he's playing and they're preparing like he's playing, and it's like, oh, okay, so you know they see what might be happening here too. I'm not accusing anybody of anything. It's just a little playoff gamesmanship, JJ.
We like gamesmanship around here.
Do it, you know.
We do. I think that if you are going to give up one game, though, give up game one.
Yes,
give them a couple
fair.
extra
Absolutely.
days to get some rest. Come back Tuesday for game two. All right, the next number is 3, as in 3 unprotected first-round picks and more that the Jazz wanted for Donovan Mitchell. The Knicks said no, then signed Jalen Brunson, of course. So looking back on it, Anthony, would you have made that trade?
Well, I mean, knowing what we know about Donovan Mitchell as a player and after the season that he had, I mean, he had basically the best season of his career, right? His highest scoring average ever, 7th in the NBA, 28+ points per game. All the shooting percentages were all career highs as well. So I love the player. I love the idea of a big star in New York. My general philosophy on all kinds of trades like this is move the picks or the young player for the proven star, because that's what you are hoping and dreaming that the picks or the players turn into, right?
Yeah.
You know, that said, I like the idea that Jalen Brunson wouldn't be a Knick sort of offends me, you know, because I kind of like the way that the vibe that the Knicks have going now.
Right.
They're kind of a fun team to watch, JJ. I don't know how you feel about this, but, you know, so the idea that he wouldn't be here if Donovan Mitchell was here, well, that kind of gives me pause. But then again, it's Donovan Mitchell, so let's sign the deal right now.
Well, they could have had both. The problem is you would have one of the worst defensive backcourts in the NBA. Jalen Brunson's tremendous. Donovan Mitchell's tremendous. Neither one is known for their defense. And what Jalen Brunson provides the New York Knickerbockers, leadership, intangibles. You know, I think about the year he's had, guys. I don't know if he'd be having this year if he was playing alongside Donovan Mitchell. And I was all for the idea of getting Mitchell. When they were talking about R.J. Barrett, and they were talking about, all right, well, what do you need to do in order to make the trade? I was intrigued. But you think about quickly and the role he has had on this team. Barrett, all the picks, Brunson not being the same player. I think it worked out pretty well for the New York Knickerbockers. They have flexibility. They have a franchise player. And I think they would have been kind of capped out if you have a team of Mitchell and Brunson. I don't know if that's a championship caliber team. I'm happy the road they ended up choosing.
Yeah, that's a valid point, JJ. I do think that Brunson has exceeded their expectations, though.